Okay, so what's going on, guys? It's Pro Storyteller Luna here. Now in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the time that I almost got shot. That's right, I live in London, right? And I almost got shot. Sounds crazy, I know. But yeah, I do hope you end up enjoying this story time, and if you do, then make sure to go ahead and leave a like, and if you're new, then subscribe to my channel. And yeah, let's just go get started. Okay, so this happened around 2 weeks ago. I was just chilling in my bedroom making a video for my main channel, just vibing and having fun. Basically just recording as many videos as I could for, the main channel, second channel, all that kind of stuff. And when you live in London, let alone England itself, you tend to have a lot of, abusing drug users, and they are, really bad here. I'm talking, hardcore drugs, to the point where, they are out of their face, going to raves and shit, and just genuine crazy people. I know America does have these types of people, but I am talking about, varieties at this point. We have different styles that you can be. I mean, you can be the crack addicts, the coke addicts, the roadman, the Tesco shopkeeper. I mean, we basically have them all. I don't think I could go down around, 3 streets in London without seeing at least 4 drug addicts. And this all comes to play in this video because one of them actually lived close to me. Of course, they got arrested after this because, carrying a gun is highly illegal. But around 2 PM, just after noon, I was just chilling, making a video, and then all of a sudden, because obviously I keep my windows open because it's so hot in England, no one could survive making videos if they don't have a fan or their windows open or anything like that. So obviously my windows were open, my blinds were open, and my back garden, because my room, the windows kind of, when you open them, it goes to the back garden. So obviously when I open the windows, anyone who, as an example, was to scream in the back garden, I'd be able to hear it through the opened windows, right? So, as I said, around 2 PM, I was just chilling making a video, and I heard someone scream, and I know I'm not trying to add some kind of racial thing into this, but word for word, they started screaming out Allah Akbar, and I mean, I thought they were joking at first, some dumb kid that screamed it out the window for some funny troll-faced meme, guys, and I look out the window, and then I see a man who's wearing a wig, a short blonde wig, wearing a dress and shoes. This is a guy, by the way, and if they're trans, which I don't know if they are, because they were, referring to themselves as a man on the phone, but I don't really know, what was going on. If they were, obviously that, doesn't have anything to do with the fact that they were crazy, because fucking, I'm not, some anti-LGBT part. That's just so, that's just so retarded. But you kind of get where I'm coming from. Just as, something to explain it a bit more, that is what he looked like. And he had a phone in one hand, and he was just screaming out the window. And at first, I'm thinking, okay, he's probably saying this stuff to someone who is, outside of their house. Because he was looking down, and he started saying, God will punish you, I will punish you. And I'm thinking, right, so something is just not right here. So I go upstairs to my parents' bedroom, look outside of the window, and funnily enough, there is no one there, and he is still screaming to the floor, basically, so I don't know what that was about. As I said, he was a crack addict. But I didn't really think much of it. I thought, you know what, I'll just close my windows. He's probably just some crazy guy with, some really dumb fucking motive, I don't know. So I close my windows, bring the fan from my parents' bedroom into my room, just chilling, making more videos, and this guy is so loud, I can still slightly hear him, but, I just turned my headphones up, and it's kind of all Gucci, you can't really hear him, it's just, every now and then you hear, some dumb scream, but it wasn't really something that was, bothering me constantly. That was until nighttime approached, so the screaming kind of stopped from, I think he did it for about a good 2 hours, from 2 to 4 PM, and then it was just silence. So I went to bed at I think 11 PM that day, something around that time, right? And I start sleeping, and at 3 AM I hear this guy screaming again, and he kept saying about how God will punish all of us, and he was on the phone, so I'm guessing he was on the phone to a relative, or if he's some kind of cult leader, maybe he was talking to some person of the cult, I'm not too sure. But I opened my blind, so it's pitch black outside. All you can see is his little room across from the house, and it's lit up obviously because he has the light on and his window open, and he's just screaming some random religious cult stuff, and it was pretty scary. And as I open my blind and look out there, he notices that I was watching him, and he waves his hand about as if to say get out of the way. So I'm thinking, okay, that's pretty weird, if this guy's got a fucking gun on him or some shit, then, I'm not trying to take the chance and, getting gunned down, I'm I'm not trying to get TK'd in the head. So I closed my blind, closed my window, and ran upstairs to my parents' room. Obviously, they weren't happy. They were like, why the fuck are you waking us up at 4 a.m? And I tried to explain to them, like, what exactly had happened. And they didn't call the police then, because obviously, like, we weren't to know anything. Like, he could have just been saying that and waving his hands about because he was a fucking idiot. Like, we can't be too sure, but it was definitely waking us up. So all of us were up for about like an hour because he just wouldn't stop screaming. Then he just, completely stopped. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm going back to bed because I do not want to deal with that shit again. I sleep and, guess what happened, guys? That's right, fucking 7 a.m. in the morning, this guy starts screaming out of his window again, and like, does this guy not fucking sleep? Like, is he some kind of nocturnal owl who just sleeps in the day and stays up in the night? I mean, even then, like, he's up in the day as well, so has he got some kind of fucking superpower to just stay up and be a cunt to everyone? And it's whatever, like, I needed to wake up anyway early that day, so I just thought, fuck it. Closed my windows, because I had them open in the night because it's so hot outside, and just thought, you know what? Who cares if there's a weird crackhead screaming out my window? I'm just going to go ahead and record a bunch of videos, put my headset on, do my thing, chase the bag, and just do whatever I want. And then I play over the recording of 30 minutes worth of audio that I had recorded, and you can just hear this motherfucker in the background screaming about the Bible. Obviously I was heated because that's 30 minutes worth of recording, and you've got to have a shit ton of motivation. If you're a YouTuber, you know how fucking hard it is to like record 30 minutes straight worth of audio on like 3 or 4 different videos. And knowing that this guy is either like a drug addict or he's just got some kind of traumatized problem, I probably shouldn't have done what I'm about to tell you guys next. And and now thinking of it, I definitely shouldn't have done that, but I opened my window, and because his window was open as he was screaming to, like, the floor as per usual, I screamed out of my window telling him to shut the fuck up, otherwise I'm going to call the police because he's being an annoying little prick. And then he spits out of the window. He tries to spit at me, but obviously doesn't reach, because how are you going to fucking spit from one building to another? Is this guy fucking delusional? But he tries to spit at me, fails miserably because he's a cunt, and then just stares at me, goes on the phone to this random other person and goes, they're saying that they're gonna call the police on me. Like, yeah, no shit, I'm gonna call the police on you, motherfucker. You just spat out of your window, trying to hit me, and keep screaming when I'm recording my audio, you stupid prick. Of course, I didn't go that far when I was speaking to him. Like, I'm not that horrible, I think we all know this, but you kind of get where I'm coming from. Like, he is really pissing me off now. Anyway, he kind of just stops. Like, he's not screaming, but he's, like, loudly talking into the phone, so like, if I was to close my windows, put my headset on, like, and record audio, you wouldn't be able to hear it, so it's kind of all good. And then a few hours pass, and then 4 a.m. comes. Well, actually, it wasn't like 4 a.m. now that I think about it. Probably about, like, God, I think it was about, like, 20 to 1 now. Yeah, about 20 to 1, right? So I start hearing shouting again, and I go to my window, I'm about to open the window and scream at this guy. Keep it in mind, it's pretty early in the morning. I mean, 1 a.m, like, it is going to be pretty early. So I was about to scream, and then the guy starts, doing that waving thing again, as if, like, he's got a gun, like last time. And I'm thinking, what the fuck is wrong with this motherfucker? Like, is he about to, like, take my fucking head again? And it got a little bit more extreme this time, because what appeared to be like the pocket of the dress, like, how you have that, like, kind of patch thing where if you put your arm through it, it goes like all the way to the other side. Like, he kind of like reached for that space and then pulled out this black thing. God, that sounds so gay, but so he pulls it out, right, and he's pointing it outside of the window. And it kind of just like a circle, because obviously, like, I'm seeing it from the front view. And I kind of, like, tilt my head to the side a bit. And I realise, what the fuck? This guy has a fucking gun. And I am scared shitless. So I close my blind, he doesn't shoot it, by the way. It just looks like he's about to. Tell my parents and be like, yo, this guy's a fucking gun. And I have never seen my parents jump out of bed that fucking fast in my entire life. Like, they had called the police faster than a white guy on the internet could say the N-word, and we all know how fast that is when it comes to that shit. Very fast. So, they called the police. Police came in like fucking 3 minutes to his house. They locked that motherfucker up, handcuffed him, and ever since, I just haven't heard what happened. Like, he's not been at his house, obviously. I think he's in prison now for carrying a fucking gun. But, I mean, yeah. I hope to fucking God I never see that guy again. I mean, if I do, then You know, rest in peace me. I'm about to get shot in the head. But if you did enjoy today's story time video, then make sure to go ahead and leave a like. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. All of my social media links are in the description if you want to go ahead and get in contact with me and just genuinely like say hello. I mean, my Discord server is a great way to do that. I'm hosting events in there, and very soon I'm going to start doing Discord videos for my main channel in that Discord server. All I need is like a few more members, you know, getting it a bit more active, because so far it's really active. You know, just get a little bit more active than it already is. Just making sure we get a shit ton of people for videos, you know, as many as I can, because it'll be cool to just get you guys in videos. And that is pretty much it. So with that being said, I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'm out. Peace.
I just wanna know why you surprised. Always dreaming on my profile. Yeah, you're obsessed. Only listening to lo-fi. You're really depressed. Fucking travel to my hometown. That shit makes me stressed. I just wanna know why you surprised. Always dreaming on my profile. Yeah, you're obsessed. Only listening to lo-fi. You're really depressed. Fucking travel to my hometown. That shit makes me stressed. I just wanna know.